Another trick you can do is called brushing, airbrushing. You can use your hand, your knees, or your feet. For this demonstration, just to get you going, we're going to do it with your hands. So again, you can use an ultimate disc. Again, in this case, I'm going to be using a Hero Disc Extra 235, 110 grams, really great for this. So remember, 2 ways to spin a disc, either clockwise or counterclockwise. That's going to be super important in this game because when you brush a disc, all you're trying to do is continue have the disc spinning. You're adding spin by brushing the disc. Now the way the motion is going to work with your non-dominant hand, hold the disc very tight. Now, I do not want to brush from the side, right, because that's not going to make it spin. I don't want to brush it from the bottom up. That's just going to flip it or just pop it up. I want to actually brush along the bottom. So I'm just glancing off the bottom of the disc. So I'm hitting it a little bit sideways and a little bit up, which is going to make it spin and pop up a little bit. Okay? Know which way you're going to go. You're going to put a little spin on the disc, whichever direction you want, either with 2 hands or 1 hand. And I want to think of the Frisbee like a clock. So the bottom is 12, the top is 12, the bottom is 6. I want to brush around 6 o'clock. If I hit from the side at 3 o'clock, it's going to go that way. If I hit from the side at 9 o'clock, it's going to go that way. So I want to hit around 6 o'clock, right? Even if I'm off a little bit, if I hit at 7, it's going to go move a little bit that way. If I hit at 5, it's going to move a little bit that way. So knowing which spot you're hitting it will help you correct. If it starts to drift that way, I can brush it at 5 and bring it back. If it starts to drift that way, I can brush it at 7 and bring it back here. You can brush with either hand, but just make sure that when you're brushing, you're making and adding spin to that disc. So this is how it's going to look. In a small space in my kitchen, so I don't want to hit it too hard. This is something you could do in the backyard or in a park. You could even brush it into the wind and have the wind bring it back to you and just keep brushing it, which is a lot of fun. But best way to get started, just a simple drill like this. So a little spin on the disc, brush, and keep it going. Okay? We don't want to see any turbulence. If we have a lot of turbulence, if it's wobbling, it means we're hitting it too hard from the bottom. We want to brush more across like that. You can see sometimes it drifts. So if I hit it, again, around 7, it's going to drift that way. If I hit it at 5, it's going to drift that way. So ideally, I want to try and keep it here. If I brush with my other hand, I have to remember which direction it's spinning, brush accordingly. So you could go with both hands. You do not have to hit the disc that hard. So one of the reasons I like using a dog disc compared to an ultimate disc, this is a lot lighter. If you have a whiz ring, you can also use that. Whiz rings are very cheap, very light, and they will help you learn the brushing technique, the eye-hand coordination. You add a disc into that, and then you can do a lot of really cool things with it. So that's brushing. Again, you can use your foot, you can use your knee. Not as easy to brush it with your knee, and you can work on that. And that can lead into some other really cool tricks. It's called airbrushing.